As Father Tim mentioned, my name is Rick Schneider. When Father Tim first reached out about speaking before you today, I have to admit to you, I asked my wife Karen if the email may have been intended for someone else. I mean, I know Father Tim has heard my confession many times before, so I'm not sure how I was a good fit to speak with you today, but thankfully, I believe in the power of forgiveness and thank God for that. But in all seriousness, my wife Karen and I have had the privilege of being members of St. Joseph's since we moved to Amherst in 2007. In fact, my personal relationship with St. Joseph's goes back even further, back to 1978. You see, this was the home parish of my family when I was growing up. So I was baptized, had my first confession, first communion, and was even confirmed here. As it turned out, one of the reasons we moved to Amherst was because of this parish and having the ability to share that same experience I had growing up. Our 4 children, who are 13, 12, 8, and 4, will all have their baptism, first reconciliation, communion, and confirmation here at St. Joseph as well. In a twist of irony, those same glass windows in the cry room that I banged on as a toddler during Mass and caused a commotion, our kids have all had that same pleasure, escaping our supervision and banging on those same windows as well. In hindsight, I now understand that even though the cry rooms are relatively small enclosed areas, there's something about them that gives a 3-year-old superhuman energy to move about freely and exhaust the parents who are chasing them. I can say that from firsthand experience. While our initial experiences were relegated to chasing around our kids in the cry room as they grew older, we were fortunate to have the ability to participate more with our parish family. While Karen and I are both lifelong Catholics, I'll be honest and tell you that there were periods in our life that we were just trying to keep our head above water and our faith life suffered. Like I'm sure many of you have experienced, it seemed like we were always dealing with issues involving the kids, our parents, extended family, work, financial, health and well-being, etc., etc. It just seemed that there was always something that distracted us away from our faith. We still came to Mass on a weekly basis, attended all of the holy days of obligation, and even sent in our weekly offering. But in hindsight, we were attending Mass, but we weren't really participating in Mass. Fortunately, that really changed when we both participated in the men's and women's renewals. Those experiences served as the spark each of us needed. We began to participate more fully in the Mass and the ministries of St. Joseph's. Karen and I became involved in ministries such as RCIA, adult servers, PSR, baptism classes, ground cleanup, CYO coaching, adoration, prayer chain, and the renewal teams. We were truly able to develop and enjoy deeper relationships with other parishioners, many of whom have become our closest friends and have truly developed into our extended family. We were fortunate to realize the more we participated in the parish and its ministries, the more fulfilled all facets of our lives became. Selfishly, we could see our marriage and relationships becoming stronger when we put Christ in the center of our relationships. The same held true with family relationships, work, life, all those other challenging areas I mentioned before. Candidly, I think all of this only occurred because we put Christ first, and we were open to what He had in store for us through our faith community. When giving of ourselves to God, we receive His bounty in spades. Chapter 25 in Matthew speaks to us regarding how we should live our lives. It reminded Karen and I to live to serve God, for we never know when we'll be called to Him in heaven, but we want to be prepared when we are. We do that by serving our physical and spiritual communities in the needs they may have. That includes in what we do here at St. Joe's and our family here. I'm sure for many of you, you may have realized similar fulfillment as you've participated in our faith with our parish family. I'm sure there even may be some of you who are where I was a few years ago, searching, knowing that something may be off in your life and not quite sure how to get back fully on track. I know for all of us, the COVID pandemic has been something we never anticipated we'd have to go through. I would have never imagined that I would watch Easter Mass on YouTube like I did a year ago, but we did. There is no doubt that 2020 threw all of us for a loop, but we made it through. Now we can look forward to the path returning to normal and focusing on what God has in store for us. I promise you, if you open yourself up and listen to what the Holy Spirit is saying to you, you won't be disappointed. And just think, if each of us would choose to do a little bit more for our parish community, in whatever capacity is best for your situation, what amazing works we would accomplish. Thank you all for your time and listening today. May God continue to bless each and every one of you as you follow your path. And may God continue to bless our family here at St. Joseph's. Thank you.